Peace to the gods, peace to the earth. This your man, the King of Truth, KingTruth. There's Allah coming on this Understanding Culture Freedom Day of September. So, today's math is culture freedom. That is 2 and 4. Today's math is comes from supreme mathematics. Supreme mathematics is our number system numerology, right? Numbers with definition and meaning, right? So in supreme mathematics, 2 is wisdom. Now, y'all gonna hear some gods and some earths still refer to wisdom as, still refer to wisdom as number 2, but 2 is understanding, right? Yes. So you're gonna hear some gods, some earths refer to wisdom as understanding, but refer to wisdom as number 2 and understanding is number 3. But after long discernment, we are taught over here in the nation of gods and earths to be right and exact when we build, when we share, when we talk, when we teach, when we speak. We are taught to be right and exact. And wisdom coming before understanding is not right and exact. So that's why I flipped it, and I teach understanding being, knowledge being 1, understanding being 2, and wisdom being 3. Knowledge, understanding, wisdom. 1, 2, 3. Once again, knowledge being 1, understanding being 2, and wisdom being 3. Right? Knowledge, understanding, wisdom. Some guys and them still go knowledge, wisdom, understanding. But it is knowledge, understanding, wisdom to be right and exact. Right? So, understanding being 2, culture freedom being number 4, and so we add that up, that equals 6, which is equality. Right? Equality is, defined as dealing with all things equal, right? Dealing with all things equal, having a fair mind, right? Balance, right? So, that's how I'm gonna leave it like that, right? I'm gonna talk about Fagavelli, y'all favorite dude. Now, people playing dumb with me, right? It ain't funny. If you look up Tupac Shakur's records, right? He has a titled record, Machiavelli, 7-Day Theory, Illuminati, or something like that, right? And so I renamed it Fagavelli. He's Fagavelli, and Tupac is Tupac. Is Tupac Shakur equals Tupac manure, right? Yes. Fagavelli. So in my book here, Machiavelli to Fagavelli. You see what I'm saying? And that should leave little room for explanation, right? But I don't, he not dead, man. And all these West Coast dudes and his fans and male fans, and they probably got more dude fans than women fans. You understand? But he not dead. He in Stone Mountain, Georgia, and I'm in Georgia right now. Riding through, right? Handling my business. I got business, man. But And so I never been a fan of him, man. I never been a fan of him. And I have used my social media to diss him, right? To diss him. I've used my social media to diss him, right? So I never been a fan. Those that hear, he liked to, somebody told me that he was telling people I was his, he told one person, a couple people that I was his, that I was his friend, I was his homeboy. This after he got shot in Las Vegas and he faked his death. He was still riding around the town. He was telling people that he was with, in Detroit. That's my homeboy. And so I have never met Tupac. Never. Now I seen him. He been like 5 feet from me, 10 feet from me, 20 feet from me. You know what I'm saying? On the same street. I've seen him plain as day after he faked his death. So, he was, one time he was driving himself, then he was being driven, then, so, I've seen Tupac, man, in different vehicles, right? That's my washer fluid low, right? So like I said, I'm in Georgia. And so I'm not a fan of friend, I'm not a fan of friend, man, of the dude. People say, why, dog, if you was in the rap game in 94 and wanted to get in the rap game in 94, why and 97 roll around and 96 and he pulling up on you, why you not, why you don't think he a friend? Well, he didn't show himself to be a friend. He was wounded. He was hurt and he was wounded. And, he was in need of sympathy. He needs sympathizers, right? He looking for sympathizers. And, and so, I have that, like, I've been to college and I went to Catholic school, but I walked to school. I took the bus a lot, and people say, dog, I had to go through the streets to get to school, and when I left school, I had to come back through the street. So, so you gain some street sense, right? By traveling, walking, working in the streets. And, so, he was wounded, and my thing is like, okay, I see you, and you see me, now what, right? So, if he's supposed to be the man like that, and he seen some things I put out, or whatever, and he want to chop it up, he should have just been real enough to do that. Him being in the financial situation, he is in, and being in the music business, he has the upper hand, right? Now, if you fake your death and you pull up on somebody that you never met, and you reveal yourself to that person, knowing that I was, dipping and had 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the music business. If you know this, right, then what is your purpose for pulling up on me if this is how you heard of me, right? So, he can't. So, these questions is what you're gonna have to ask Tupac, right? Now, I was telling somebody, Tupac not dead. He don't want to turn himself in and you're gonna need, if you want to extract him from his home, him and his mother's home in Stone Mountain, Georgia, you're gonna need a fugitive apprehension team. A fugitive recovery team that ask him politely and be prepared to do a hard entry, because he don't want to come out. He don't want to go back to Manhattan court to deal with the appeal trial that he requested, right? Because he may be found guilty all over again for rape. You see what I'm saying? Right? So, he can answer all these questions, and all I ask is put him on the lie detector test, because the boy is a habitual liar, right? So I never been a fan of the dude, but I listened to him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I said, okay, that's all right, but I'm not a fan of people. I was going to college and dealing with my own issues. I don't have time to be a fan. And what the fuck is that? I don't have the time to be a fan of nobody, especially no dropout that ego has gotten away from them, right? I don't have time to be a fan. Okay, you got a contract, you done some line up there to get that, and to keep that. You done a lot of lying. 5th grade dropout, 9th grade dropout, 3rd grade dropout, 6th grade dropout don't excel or progress in any industry, being that uneducated, unless they are lying and people are lying for them. Now I'm not a hater. I don't, just because I'm not a fan and I don't want to associate with you, don't mean I'm a hater. It is called freedom. See, part of today's math is freedom, culture freedom. I have the personal freedom, like anybody else, to decide who and what I want to deal with. And so if I choose not to deal with you because of something that I detect, that I discern in you by looking at you, listening to you, that I don't have to fuck with you, then that's what it is. You say you worth $1 billion. Me not fucking with you is not being a hater. I will beat your ass because you don't know what no mean. You didn't sit on you telling people the world you a billionaire, but got an issue because I tell you no, I don't want to fuck with you, support you, promote you, teach you, associate myself with you. Don't mean I'm a hater of a billionaire. You see what I'm saying? See how it sound, right? So right. So yeah, so it don't make me a hater because I'm not on your side. I'm not an ally. You don't have the skill of being cordial, or the skill of inquiry to inquire about peace and building with people. Your tone and body language, your energy got to be peace. And so I don't detect that from no one that I've had to diss on my social media, right? I don't detect real peace from people that I've had to disrespect on here, right? So this what it, I tell people, I teach peace. You go to my Spotify, Now Hear This by KingTruth, that's the name of my Spotify. Now Hear This by KingTruth, that's the name of my Spotify. And just scroll up and down, you're gonna see in the description entitled Peace Course 2.0. So I teach peace as I learned it, by studying Nation, Gods, and Earth's ideology, right? So yeah, man, peace. But yeah, so that's that's why Fagavelli and Gacy all the faggoty saying peace don't get no peace because, they not stepping to me in peace. I teach peace, so I know what peace is on all levels. I know when somebody that's uneducated, like trying, but they not trying to deal with me in peace. They not alpha male. They, way below. And so, and so once again, my issue is with uneducated men and women, right? And peace, as I teach it, is proper education. That's PE. Proper education, ACE, always corrects errors. See what I'm saying? So, they not properly educated to begin with. You see, on human behavior, peace, what I'm saying? Proper communication methods, right? Tone and temperature. You see what I'm saying? So, I don't look up to men and women that uneducated and be a fan. Like, yeah, I don't think so. I mean, if you made some music, it's bumping, you got paid, you say that show, that's your end objective was to get paid. So now you talking about you're a billionaire. Well, you don't need me to validate you. If you seeking my validation that you somebody special, then you ought to pay me. You understand? You say no, I ain't gonna. Well, I understand no. So that ought to be the end of you trying to get me to validate you. See what I'm saying? You see no or no, then that's the end of our conversation. You're a billionaire, but you don't want to, do a little something for me on the money side, but you want me to validate you. Like why do I gotta validate you? You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So, that's why it's no peace, because, they really don't know peace. If Fagavelli knew peace, he would come back to life, turn himself into the Manhattan prosecutor, the Manhattan County or whatever prosecuting attorney's office, or the Las Vegas prosecuting attorney office. He would turn himself into either or, right? So he can start putting his stuff behind him, so he can get on back with his life, right? He would have remorse for raping Ayanna Jackson and take responsibility for his role in himself getting shot, right? He was gangbanging. He was really wrong, literally really wrong from the jump, right? When he jumped, he wrong, you see. So yeah, man, but so I can't deal with people that men and women that don't feel the need, that don't see the error of their own ways. See, that's not growth, right? When 20, 30 years went by and you don't understand, you still don't see the error of your own way, your role in your demise, your role in your downfall. This is how you grow and fix things, when you recognize what you did wrong. You see what I'm saying? So, until people are able to do that, they always gonna be in misery and mommy, daddy, help me fix it and things of that nature, right? So, yeah, man. So, but this wasn't about. I'm gonna tell you this experience I had. I didn't write the date down. It was earlier this year, and I was gonna do this video from the parking lot of the store, right? To show y'all, but I guess y'all can go online and look up Myers. Myers is a regional grocery store and other home goods, clothes. They are located, as far as I know, in Michigan, all over Michigan, Ohio, and Kentucky, right? I don't know about Pennsylvania, but I know they in Louisville, I know they are in Ohio and Indiana. They in Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky. Myers. You know, I told you that story how I used to work for mine in the bottle department, but that was a job I had to pick up, you know, for the courts. You understand? So I was, I had some employment, you know. But Myers is a very popular store in Michigan. They are, there's 1 mile, 2 miles from my house that I go. That was newly built. It is 7 miles from the house that I go to. That's close to my job, right? So the Myers I'm talking about is in Livonia on Middle Belt, right? Right off 96. It's across the street from Costco and some other thing, Dick's Sporting Goods, all in that area. Menards and things of that nature, right? So I was this 7:45, 8 o'clock in the morning. And sometimes I go to that Myers before I go to work to get me some food, right? This food going slow. For lunch and breakfast and dinner and snacks and shit, right? So I was in the store, and so I seen this dude look just like Tupac. Damn, motherfucker. The fuck wrong with this fucker? So I seen this dude look just like Tupac, right? But he was taller. Dude was about 6'2". May have been 6'3". Slim. Looked just like Tupac. Had an all black jogging suit on, right? And I'm like, and so I seen him in the store. Walking, I seen him in the store. I'm like, then I seen some dude look like Vincent Robinson. He was Pepsi wholesaler or something, right? I said, right? So I was like, so when I'm checking out, I use the self-checkout, right? And he had the self-checkout right behind me. Like I'm in the front row, in the back row, and I stopped what I'm doing. I turned and looked at him, and some cashiers was there. They was like, they was talking. Like, what's up? You know him? I said, what you looking at him for? I said, what you think I'm looking at him for? Right? That's what I said. You know what I'm saying? What I said back, right? What you think I'm looking at him for? And I'm like, man, so now this early first thing at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I don't know if it's beef. I don't know what to make of it, right? But and so when I go outside and get in the car, I'm looking around. My head on the swivel now. Fagavelli, because he do this. He pull up with his people. He pull up by himself. He got his uncle, one outlaw, some of the outlaws with him. He do this. So I'm scanning the parking lot to see if a nigga's gonna flash some lights or pop up or something. You understand? And come on outside, Fagavelli. Quit being a little punk pest dude and turn yourself back in, you fake phony dude. You know what I mean, man? I don't like you. We ain't never gonna be cool. I don't want to be cool with a rapist and a two-faced liar. You know, you got Biggie shot, you got Suge shot, you got yourself shot. You see what I'm saying? So ain't nothing come of it, but the dude, I think it's Tupac half brother, and he Billy Garland's son, and I think he the real Billy Garland Jr. I think. Now I done some research Sunday. I just tried to find a pic of him. Couldn't find no pic of him, but he looked just like Billy Garland. I mean, yeah, like Tupac father. He looked just like Tupac and Tupac father put together for real. He was bald head, so when I done some looking, it's this light-skinned dude out here. He said that was interviewed by Delray Richardson. Now Delray Richardson is a big fan of Tupac. I can't remember if Delray Richardson said he worked for Death Row, and I can't remember. But he say no Tupac. He's a big fan of Tupac, and he interviewed Billy Garland Jr. Now that Billy Garland Jr. ain't the person I seen in the story. That dude light skinned. This dude look the same complexion as Tupac father, and the same complexion as Tupac. Look just like Tupac. So now, you know what I'm saying? If the Garland's gonna keep it real, right? The Garland's gonna you want proof of this. You need proof of this. You ask Tupac brother, his half brother, what date, what month that is, and you contact Myers and Livonia on Middle Belt and ask them, do they still have that footage from that date? You see what I'm saying? Now, it's a long shot, but that's the only way I can prove it. Unless whoever that is, and if that's the real Tupac half brother, if he is honest, he will tell you that was him. You see what I'm saying? Or it wasn't him, just a dude looked like him. I was in the club, early 2000, All-Star or something, I think. I seen a dude look just like Tupac. Well, he was almost looked like Tupac. He was shorter in the club. It wasn't Tupac, but it was dude favored Tupac a little bit, right? We're like, man, you play Tupac in a movie, right? So I see a lot of lookalikes, man. You understand? But yeah, man. So ain't nothing come, but there is a Billy Garland Jr. light-skinned dude that's saying he's Billy Garland Jr. I mean, he looked like them too, but it wasn't. I think the light-skinned Billy Garland Jr. that Delray Richardson interviewed is a phony, a fake. Now, this is just my opinion, my assumption, my intuition. I could be wrong. I ain't gonna lose my life, no sleep for being wrong about something that could be true. You see what I'm saying? But I think the dude a fake, right? And maybe that's why the real Billy Garland stepped to me. You see what I'm saying? He from Maryland, New Jersey, the East Coast somewhere, right? Yes. So if you go online though, you see Tupac has a half sister and another half sister. They say got another brother. I do not know. You understand? I was trying to find the dude I seen in the store, because he spit an image of Billy Garland, the father, and of Tupac, right? So I don't know, man. I don't know. And I've been searching, like, is that beef? Do I got to come to Maryland and hit somebody? You see what I'm saying? Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So, Billy Garland claimed he got a problem. Billy Garland a dumb man. He a terrible father. This is why Tupac a piece of shit. His mother, 6th grade dropout. Billy Garland a high school dropout. And Billy Garland a fake full of shit ass dude. He wants some money. You know, and so instead of correcting his son and, you know, making his son stand accountable and be responsible for the things people stand against what's being said about him and defend himself. He lying for his son. Billy Garland, a terrible father, fake, phony father, man. He terrible. You see what I'm saying? Being a backslap Billy Garland. If he ever don't know how to talk, approach me the right way, so yeah, man. So this part of the reason Tupac, is some bitch made punk dude. He got poor ass parents. You understand? Poor ass parents. So, peace to all those concerned. You know what I'm saying? Things I say can be fact checked if done in the right way. So, I'm out. Peace.